I'm back and I have decided on my next product to try. And it is another Jakobsson's product. I've already tried their Wintergreen, so this will be interesting. A couple of reasons why I picked this one. And it is, by the way, the Melon Strong portion. A couple of reasons. Last snus that I tried was Lundgrens Slim Berry, and it didn't really have a lot of berry taste for me. So I'm quite keen on trying something a bit fruitier maybe. And the second reason is that it's a chance for them to redeem themselves after the Wintergreen. I've heard good things about Jakobsson's. I hope they can make snus that I like. Maybe it's not their fault really that Wintergreen is probably not my thing. So melon flavor in snus. You might wonder, is that a common thing? No, it's not really. I believe there are a couple of other brands on the market. We've got GN Tobacco, who also make the Oden series. They make a snus called Old Ving, and they have a melon in that range. And then there's Winnington AB, make a range called Epoch or Epoch. And those ones are actually white tobacco portions. Something I hopefully will get back to in the future. Don't have them here right now. I really need to buy some more snus. I mean, this is my second Jakobsson, so I'm using up what I've got here. I need to buy a whole range of products so I can really pick different things for you to review. Looking forward to that very much. It's got 20 portions in this can. They're 1 gram portions, so quite big. And the nicotine is 14 milligrams per gram, so pretty high. Same, I believe, as the Wintergreen. And if it's moist as those were, then it will release quickly as well. So, small catch lid. Could be a little bit bigger maybe, but can't do much about that, can we? And let's get into this one. Right, yes. Moist portions once again. Just like the Wintergreen. I like those portions, although I didn't like the Wintergreen itself. So this will be interesting. Please redeem yourself, Jakobsson's. I hope this is good. Okay, here we go. Melon. Is it natural? I think pretty natural. It has tobacco in the background for sure, this one. It's pretty sweet of melon though, and maybe a little bit candy-like as well. But I look forward to these ones. Yeah, they're really moist portions. I like that. So, okay, I will finish the can and I will give you a rating on Jakobsson's Melon Strong portion. The BBC did promise some snus review weather today. Those were not their actual words, but I think that's what they meant. Check that out. So, I've got a new camera. I think the angle is a little bit better than it used to be. Got better lighting. So when we're looking back at these early videos one day, we'll see them as either charming or just plain incompetent. Pick one of those two. This, I believe, is video review number 7, and by video review number 9, it should be at a point where I'm sort of happy with all those quirks that I had in the beginning. So, Jakobsson's Melon Strong portion. This one is also available in a mini portion, I'd like to say as well, but this is the regular size one. And it tastes of... Last one. It's probably watermelon more than any other melon type, but I quite early on got a taste of... In Sweden we have pick and mix sweets, and there's one melon flavored one. It's pretty much like that one, it's close to that one, so they're probably using some sort of same extracts, I would imagine, as they do in those sweets. Don't really get tobacco, so I don't know what the tobacco taste in this one is, but there's no off flavors or anything. But it's quite sweet, quite full-on candy-like in a way, I would say. Not unpleasant because it's got a melon flavor to it, and I do like pick and mix. I did bring this one in. Sometimes I bring my snus, well, I always bring my snus into work, and sometimes I let one of the colleagues smell it, and that's how nice I am to them. And well, I wouldn't let them smell the Oden's extreme portions because I don't want to get sacked, really. She did say about this one, oh, best one so far, smells like candy. And then she said something interesting. She said pear drops. She nailed it, spot on, pear drops. So it's pear drops and those Swedish melon pick and mix sweets. So, you know, it's a sweet treat, really. And it's not, I would normally go tobacco centric, but every now and then it's nice to have something different. So it's not a snus I would use all the time, but why not sort of every now and then, especially in Sweden it's almost a thing, morgon snusen, meaning the morning snus, and we conveniently put some words together into one word. So that's a word, morgon snusen. It's the first thing, you wake up in the morning feeling crap, you reach out for this one, put it in, feeling immediately good. And it really works for that. It does give me a buzz, this one. It's relatively strong with a quick flavor release. So I can use it in the morning, and it's after dinner. It's a nice sweet treat as well. So I would recommend it for that. And for the rating, it becomes a little bit tricky because of, I wouldn't normally go, if you're using sweet snuses all the time, it would really, at least for me, that wouldn't work. You know, I want a traditional snus, but these ones kind of work occasionally. And in that sense, sometimes I would just think, oh, this is a 4 out of 10. But sometimes when I really want one, it could be a 7.5 out of 10. So to actually give it a rating, I find hard with these ones. I would rather use this one occasionally, to actually buy it to use occasionally, than buy a second-rate general clone that is not very good, because that's just a taste that we had before. I don't know how it fares in the competition between with other fruit snuses. I haven't had that many, but you know, I could buy it again just to have it. I mean, it's quite naughty of Gotland snus Jakobssons to basically make a pear drop and whack a lot of nicotine in it. So it kind of works for that, really. I don't really need to buy any pear drops after this. So I could just use this. So I would say I'm going to give it a 5.5 out of 10. And I know that might sound a bit low because it's so far from a 10, but it's also very far from a 0. And if you're thinking I'm using a 10 grade scale here, you're probably more used to the 5 scale, and you get a 3. That's a good one. And you think 3 should be 6 on my 10 grade scale, but it doesn't really work like that. And I will explain this in a future video. I will make one very soon where I talk about my rating system. But just briefly here, 4.5 to 6 is actually the same as a 3 out of 5. So this is actually a solid 3. So that makes it sound better, doesn't it? For me, at least, it kind of works like that. So it's pretty good. And having said that, the next snus I will be using is better to me. So stay tuned for that one. Thanks.
Mouthful of cavities, and your soul's a bowl of joe.